For a ton of tech companies, get this, up to 90% of their value is in their ideas, their intellectual property. That's not just some random number. Well, it's everything. So today, we're going to talk about one of the most crucial decisions you as a founder will ever make, picking the right IP partner to guard that value.
So think about it. You've poured your heart and soul into this thing, right? All those late nights, those aha moments, just sheer willpower to bring something new into the world. But if you haven't protected it, it's like building your dream house and then just leaving the front door unlocked for anyone to walk in. An unprotected idea is a sitting duck, and that's a gamble that could literally cost you the whole company.
But hey, don't panic. You are not in this alone. That feeling, that vulnerability, that's exactly why we're doing this. In this explainer, we are going to give you the tools you need to turn that vulnerability into an absolute fortress. The goal here is for you to walk away ready to make this massive decision with total confidence.
Okay, so let's get real about what's at stake here. A patent? It's not just some fancy piece of paper you frame and hang on the wall. No way. It is the very bedrock of your company. It's the thing that makes investors sit up and listen, and it's what makes your competitors think twice. So before you do anything else, you have got to make sure that foundation is solid. Because trust me, without a strong patent, you're just building on sand.
All right, so what is the secret sauce for a great IP partner? It's not as complicated as it sounds. It really just boils down to 4 key things. Think of this next section as your blueprint for finding a firm that does more than just push paper. We're talking about a partner that actually fuels your company's growth.
First thing you're looking for, a proven track record. And I don't just mean a simple win-loss record. No, let's go deeper. Picture a firm that has a highlight reel of taking startups, maybe just like yours, from a garage project to a global player. We're talking about a firm that can point to patents they secured that directly led to Series A funding, or how they used IP to broker deals that completely changed the game for a client. That's the kind of history we're looking for. That's how empires are built.
Okay, second quality. The best firms are chess masters, not checkers players. They're always thinking 5 moves ahead. They've got defensive strategies to protect what's yours and offensive strategies to help you claim new ground. Something like patent clustering, for instance, is a huge tell. It shows they're not just thinking about one invention, but helping you build a whole portfolio, a web of patents so strong it becomes a strategic moat around your entire business. Number 3, they have to be absolutely obsessed with your success. I mean, you want a firm that's so invested in your vision, they basically feel like they're part of your founding team. They're not just some vendor providing a legal service. They're co-architects of your strategy. They offer plans that can grow right alongside you, and their communication is so on point you never, ever have to guess what's going on. That's the partner you want in your corner.
And finally, let's be real. In this day and age, you need a firm that's just as tech-savvy as your own startup. They should be using AI to do the real heavy lifting, digging through mountains of data to find any prior art. That's basically any existing stuff out there that could jeopardize your patent application. When they use tech like this, it means you get stronger, more bulletproof patents from the get-go. Plus, they can even set up a kind of digital watchdog to keep an eye out for anyone trying to rip off your big idea.
Okay, so now you know what makes a great firm. But here's the twist. It's time to turn the camera around and look at your own backyard. Because the best IP strategy isn't some generic template. It's custom built for your specific environment. Your city, your region, that's a huge strategic asset, but only if you know how to leverage it. We're going to use Anaheim as an example, just like in our source material, to show you exactly what I'm talking about.
So you need to put on your strategist hat and start asking some key questions about your local scene, like what industries are really buzzing in your area? Is there a local court that's known for handling a ton of IP cases? What's the economic climate like, and how can you ride those waves? Things like how close you are to big universities, what government grants are available, and just how strong your local network is, all of these are critical pieces of the puzzle.
And check this out, this is where it gets really powerful. This quote nails it. It shows how a local trend, in this case Anaheim's manufacturing industry going green, can become a golden opportunity for patents. When you align your innovation with what's happening locally, you're not just being a good corporate citizen, you're being smart. You're plugging directly into consumer demand and building an even stronger competitive advantage.
So, you've asked the questions, you've gathered the intel, now what? You use a simple template like this one to turn all those answers into a concrete plan. And look, this isn't just some homework assignment. This is the actual process for creating a patent strategy that gives you a serious home field advantage. All right, you've done the work, you've analyzed the landscape, you know what a top-tier firm looks like. Now comes the moment of truth. It's time to actually pick your champion. So let's walk through the final vetting process step by step. I like to think of this as a 4-step mission. Step 1, you're a detective. You're digging through client testimonials and case studies looking for hard evidence of success. Step 2, you're a recruiter. You're vetting their attorneys to make sure they have the deep tech background to actually get what you've built. Step 3, you go deeper. You're not just looking at the first page of Google, you're doing a real deep dive investigation online. And for the final step, you tap into your network. You hit up those industry forums to get the real, unfiltered opinions you can't find on a company's website. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground. We've talked about the anatomy of a great firm, how to analyze your own local environment, but honestly, every single thing we've discussed today really boils down to one core idea.
And here it is, the big takeaway. You are not just hiring a law firm, you're choosing a strategic partner, a co-pilot for your entire innovation journey. You need to find someone who's as invested in seeing your dreams succeed as you are. Because believe me, their advice and their work will be absolutely fundamental to your success for years and years to come.
So, I'll leave you with this question, the one we started with. Is your innovation's future secure? The power to answer that is completely in your hands. And this decision, choosing your IP partner, is one of the biggest moves you can make to shape that future. You've got the playbook now, go build it on a foundation of rock.